Show day here at Addington and catching up now with Brad Williamson. Firstly, hello.
How you going?
Whereabouts are you? Do you know what country you're in at the minute?
I think we're at Addington, mate.
Mate, most travelled driver in Australasia at the minute. Maryborough yesterday, Kilmore last night, and then back here today. It takes a fair bit of dedication to sort of do that. What drives you, mate?
Well, I don't know if it's dedication or a lack of brain cells, Paul, to be honest. No, Mum and Dad have been keen to fly me back and forth. They've got a filly over there that they own that we really like. So, we're just doing it tough this week, but next week I'll be over there and be able to relax a little bit more.
You was it 2 years ago or last year? I was trying to think there before when you come to Australia and you basically got stuck there.
Yeah, I think it was about 18 months ago, Paul, and just when COVID started. So, but yeah, that was a really successful trip. I really enjoyed it, and stayed over there with Anthony Button, Sonia Smith, and they looked after me extremely well, as they have done this time, and couldn't thank them enough for the job they've done with us when we're over there, because the whole syndicate, and for me and Dad as well, it was a real highlight for our season and for that horse's career.
How old are you?
28.
28, so you're about 26. That must have been just a massive learning curve at that time, was it?
It was, big time, yeah. I'd been to Australia a couple of times on junior driver tournaments and that sort of thing, but actually driving at the Group 1 level, it was a little bit different. Quite tactical. It was a little bit different, and I hadn't driven at Melton before, and definitely a little bit more experience going back this time, I think.
I think you showed that yesterday. The filly, I don't even know the filly's name, but she was in a pretty nice field. What's it, with attitude anyway, I can't think of the first part. And Susan is her name. I mean, they're two really, really nice fillies. Your filly was far, far from disgraced.
That's right, yeah, they've got some really good fillies over there, and like Sugar's one that won the other heat, one with Plenty in Hand, so which won at Maryborough. So, she's come through it really well. I had a little bit of a light work with her because she'd done a lot of travel, and she's only a 2-year-old filly, and she just took a few days to settle in. But I think that nice wee run under her bout, and it was a good wee head out for her, and I think she'll strip a fitter, better horse for the final next Saturday.
I think your drive was a very, very smart drive. It was just one qualify and do everything right. You just you timed your run. I mean, you only pull out at the top of the straight, and for mine it showed a fair bit of maturity and an understanding of how Australian racing actually works. Yeah,
that's right. Well, obviously things are pretty tactical over there, and you race on tight tracks more often. You've got horses here. Our good horses generally race on bigger tracks, so the racing, like the tactics and the driving, is a lot different. I'm thinking next week if she drew well, obviously a good draw helps over there, especially more so than probably here. But I think if she draws well, she's going to be one of the ones to beat for sure.
When do you head back?
Head back on Sunday. So luckily I get to have a day at the Gallops tomorrow and let the hair down a bit. And we're back over on Sunday, and then next week we'll just focus on trying to get her there 100% on Saturday.
This carnival here, it's massive, isn't it? I mean, win, lose or draw. I know Dad had a good win the other day. Win, lose or draw, though, it doesn't really matter. It's just something special to be a part of. Everyone is so excited about getting to the Gallops tomorrow and really looking forward to it. It's just a very, very unique week, isn't it?
It is, mate. Yeah, it is. And it's probably it's one of the weeks where, we sort of, as drivers, especially with the Gallops, I mean, like most of the people you see in this barn today will be at the Gallops on Saturday, and it's not often where racing people get to sit down and have a beer with each other. When we're at the races, it's all work, and we're going and we're in the barn and on the track, and it's just good to be able to chill out and celebrate whoever's had the success through the week. I know we've got Blair Orange, Cup winning driver now for the third time, and it's people like that where you can sit down and actually have a beer with them, and you think, geez, this is good to be able to just relax and have a beer and celebrate other people's success, whoever's had it.
You do what Cran's going to do and just walk into the car park and just sit down at anyone. He reckons just sit down anywhere. They all think you're invited and don't worry about it. Is that how you guys going to work it?
Yeah, pretty much. That's how the Marys work anyway, Paul, around here. We just find a cold chili bin and grab one out of it.
Chili bin. That's an esky. Anyone's wondering what a chili bin is other than that. Mate, going to Maryborough was enough. You went for Livingston's over at Kilmore as well. I think well done to you. I don't even know your association. Was it just that they rang you and asked you to drive, or was there an association?
No, look, it was actually Anthony Butt they rang to drive. He's been driving it at the trials, and Anthony had to stay on and drive Harry Stamper at Maryborough. He wasn't going to be able to make it, so they just asked if I'd be able to fill in just for the day, and I said no, that'd be good as gold. So, yeah, just a one-off thing, and just helping out the fact that Ants couldn't get there, that's all.
Good man, mate, I like it. Harry Stamper goes okay, doesn't he? One of the ex-Kiwis, and with another ex-Kiwi on. I know Joe Pace is pretty cock-hoop about him. He's an exciting trotter.
That's right. Mum and Dad bred him. Did you know? No. Yeah, Mum and Dad bred him. I wanted him at Addington here and drove him for Mum and Dad. So it was actually, they bought him off Dad. So there's an association there with him, and he won the Group 1 there in New South Wales and second in the Victoria Derby. So, no, we're all over the moon with the job that they've done with him, and just hope that he carries on his winning way. He's going great for them.
Exciting horse, high speed. I love trotters with high speed. He's got that in spades, hasn't he?
He does, and he's got one thing he does have is a real good gait as well. I mean, very good gaited trotter. You'd struggle to break him up when he's up and going. You could hit a wheel and keep trotting with him. You know, he's just 1, 2, 3, 4 perfect. So it definitely helps.
Spoke to the two brothers. I spoke to Dad. I know Mum won't give me an interview, so we want to go there. You must love the way that the trotters are going, the way they're developing in that, though.
Yeah, they just keep getting better all the time. I mean, I haven't been racing for too long, but I think even since I've been driving, I've noticed a big difference, especially, in our younger trotters now. I mean, so many more of them around us. Well, now they're 6 months older than what they were, but the horses now, young horses here, are so well organised compared to, if you go back when I started driving maybe 10, 12 years ago or so, there'd only be 3 or 4 trotters actually trotting the whole way in a 2-year-old heat. Now, maybe 1, maybe 2 will gallop, and they'll be all running a 2-minute mile rate or better, So, yeah, we're definitely, everything's improving, but the breeds are getting better, and the trainers are all getting sharper and more experienced, and, it's all good. That Dad always says about how much easier they are to train now than what he had to deal with back in his day. So, we're lucky that we're getting the benefits of all this great breeding and everything, all these good horse stallions coming over from the States.
Brad, thank you. Really enjoyed it. Thank you for everything the whole family's done. Anytime I've asked for an interview, not a worry in the world. I appreciate that. Well done to what you're doing and showcasing the trotters. Good luck in the Breeders' Crown. I might see you next Saturday night.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, I'm sure you will. And I just thank quickly Woodland Stud, who have come on and sponsored me just in this last 12 months. Obviously, they do a great job there with their preparing their horses for the sales and whatnot, and support a lot of trainers with their horses and support a few drivers as well. So just big thanks to them for what they've done for me so far.
Massive supporters of Campbell's comments as well, so don't worry about that. They are super. And go around there. Mark Hughes is around there. You can go get a free feed off Husey.
Sounds good, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks.